In this episode, we take a look at fear and talk about a crap ton of polymer cookware. Welcome to another episode of the Gideonstactical. Well, what's up, folks? Welcome to another episode here of the Gideonstactical show. Having some fun. I'm doing a 2-for-1. I did the President's Day one in the same session, basically, but posted that last week. And now I'm going to talk to you about fear, and we're going to break all that down, give you some great quotes and just some motivation just to help you overcome fear. I mean, that's the goal with today's show and episode, but and also talk about a crap ton of cookware and get your guys' thoughts on that. But before we do that, I always want to remind you guys to make sure, if you're not a current subscriber, to hit that bell icon, and to subscribe. And if you are a current subscriber, make sure to hit that bell icon. That makes sure that the videos show up in your news feed. That's right next to the subscription bar over on the homepage. As well as check out the community part of the channel if you're looking for deals. I have recently discovered how to make posts with links over on the community side, and there's all kinds of sales going on all the time. Previous gear that I've reviewed that I really like, that maybe drops in price, or hey, there's like this going on or whatever. If you go to the community, so there's like home, video, playlists, and then there's community. I'm posting up there on a regular basis, and you guys can go over there. It not only helps support us by using whatever hyperlink that I post there, but you can maybe find deals that I can't communicate fast enough through a video. So just another simple way to always help you guys out. I mean, that is the ultimate goal, is to give you guys, I love when I find something, I'm like, oh dude, what? The Ontario SP10 Raider is now $35 on sale for the next, like, who knows how long on Amazon. Boom, post it up real quick, letting you guys know. So if you're the guy that's been sitting there like, man, I want an SP Raider, but I just don't have 50 bucks right now, and then boom, you find out it's $35. You're like, dude, I can swing 35 bucks. Boom, help you guys out. Whatever it is. So just check out that community portion as well, and you guys can see that in the news feeds. I think it shows up regularly if you have the bell icon again on. So today we're going to talk about fear and overcoming fear and not letting fear control your life. I really believe that it's an important part of life, and you will never live life to the fullest unless you can overcome fear. And the thing I actually want to do is I'm going to give you the verse of the day, and then we're going to break down some quotes. I got Winston Churchill quotes and all kinds of stuff that we're going to break down. But that kind of got me thinking is based off of this verse of the day, which is out of 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And I love that verse because it really encourages me that, one, I don't have to live in fear. I can live in power and love and have like a sound mind. God has given that to us. And obviously that's a choice on whether or not I'm going to walk in that and live that out. But when it comes to fear, that even with this verse, it doesn't mean that the fear is non-existent, but it means saying, okay, there's fear right now, and there's a natural fear, and when I'm really talking about fear, I'm not talking about like a natural like fight or flight type of thing, like, oh, I need to get out of here and run away, because otherwise I'll die. I'm not talking about like something necessarily like that. I'm talking more about the either irrational fear or the fear that fear of things that you can't control. Okay, that are outside of your world of control. You may have heard it just a minute ago. This is a perfect example of this. We live on a flight path for a local airport. So sometimes in the backyard, you guys will hear me and I have to like cut it because airplanes, we are like literally on track with like two like paths for airplanes that could literally, and these are all smaller planes, that people are learning and training on, and like little planes. And one, actually, we've had 2 crashes based out of that airport in the last year. One was a engine malfunction, and thankfully they were able to land. It was actually like my neighbor. He was able to walk away from it. They just kind of glided down about 5 miles outside away from the airport. But we had another person over the holidays last year that took off in really bad conditions. They were kind of a newbie. They were kind of like, why are you taking off? But I mean, they can't stop them, and they totally miscalculated elevation and like flew right in the side of a hill or something and killed themselves. And that was very close, like within 10 miles of my house. And so I could be afraid of the fact that one of these planes would either have a malfunction or because of weather or whatever, and literally like take out my house and like kill me and my family. What's the chances of that? Very, 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 very slim, but it could happen. And if I live in a sense of fear of something that I don't really have control of, I mean, yeah, sure, I could sell my house and like move, but we got a great deal on this house. It's working really well for my family right now. One day we'll probably go to a larger when the kids get bigger. But I mean, this is where we need to be right now, and we've been blessed with this home. And so for me to have a fear and be just terrified, not like want my kids to go outside and, oh my gosh, is a plane going to crash every time? That's living in a spirit of fear, having a spirit and an attitude of fear in my life, and I don't need to live that way. There comes a point where I need to make decisions and just go, God, I trust you that you're going to take care of me. If you don't believe in God, to be like, okay, I'm going to make a decision to not let fear control my decision making. You can hear that playing right now. This leads perfectly into the quote that I have. Fear is a reaction. Courage is a decision. Winston Churchill. Fear is a reaction. It's going to happen. You're going to have a reaction immediately of fear of a certain situation, of something asked of you, of something that happens. But then you have a decision to take courage and go, I'm not going to let that feeling of fear control the actions I'm about to take. To say that kind of a different way, Mark Twain is quoted as saying, courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. There's never going to be like an absence of fear, but it's that you master it and that you are resistant to it and not letting it control you. And again, particularly those things that just you don't have control over, you know. And so I just want to encourage you guys today as you think about your life, maybe think of like one or two things that you are afraid of. Maybe it's financial security. Maybe it's health concerns. Maybe it's, you know, travel. You know, and you're afraid of planes, you know, you don't like to fly, maybe you don't like being on ships, you know, I mean, name the thing, driving. I know people who are afraid of driving and they just can't handle it and they have to have somebody else drive because they're afraid that they can't handle it. But that then is controlling your life. It controls you. And I don't know about you, but I don't want something to control me. I want to be the master of my life. And even that, going back to that verse, is that you have power over fear, but it's a choice. And to make some decisions maybe in small steps. You don't need to be crazy and like, I'm going to go bungee jumping and skydiving and, you know, like blow all my money on the biggest vacation I've ever done in my life. You know, like I mean, I'm not talking about that, but I'm saying to begin to maybe ask yourself, what are some areas of my life that I'm letting fear control my decisions? And then go to that and say, I'm not going to let you control my decisions any longer. And I have to trust in God, in my relationship with God, and that God's in control and that He's going to take care of me. And if you're not in relationship with God and that's something that you're still working out your faith and working out whether or not you even believe in God, then to go, okay, but I'm not going to, I got to trust in something bigger than myself and my own abilities. I'm so small, so insignificant in this world, in my power and my ability on my own, that for me to try and control my life is just, it creates you're creating your own prison. And I just want you guys to be able to live free and have freedom from that and freedom from fear in your life. And I'm a work in progress, just like you guys. I'm not saying I'm a master of fear, but I know that I've done many things in my life to master fear, to be the master of it, to do things scared. And on the backside of it, I'm like, wow, I'm so glad that I did that. So do things scared if you need to every once in a while to push that envelope and not live in a prison of the walls of fear that ultimately you have allowed to be put up in your life. You are the master. You have the key to either let yourself out of that prison or to keep yourself in the prison of fear day in, day out. All right, second part, I got 2 minutes left on the memory card. Let's see if we can crunch it in. Check out all the links below. I'll even have these items if you're looking for utensils, backcountry, knockaround sunglass, Amazon, Blade HQ. Check them out. Thank you guys for your support. So here's the deal. This is the question that I have for you guys because I'm doing videos on all of these utensils and even one more. I have a UCO multi-sport fork thing coming in the next month or two that I pre-ordered. So what I have here is a morsel, which is a multi-tool spork thing. I have the Light My Fire that many people know. I have a GSI, just regular kit, individual held together with the night eyes. And then I've got the Gerber Devour multi-spork thing. Used all of these. I'm going to be doing many tests and videos and reviews on these in coming weeks and months because of the upcoming outdoor, summertime adventures. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you prefer separate utensils like this, or do you prefer sporks? And if so, what is your favorite? I just want to hear from you guys, because there might be some out there that I'm not familiar with and I want to get my hands on them and just do some videos on cookware and, you know, utensils and those type of things. For me, this usually is the most practical in my opinion, but these two right here have been proving themselves very useful. And I'll be honest, the Light My Fire for me is kind of a joke, and it always breaks, snaps, and is so short it doesn't have a lot of versatility, and I don't go hiking and backpacking with Light My Fire sporks anymore. They're just not what I'm looking for. So I want to hear from you guys though. Throw your comments below, so that particularly if there's an item in particular that you really like to use, I want to hear from you. Thank you guys. Check us out, Instagram, Facebook, all social media. I got like 15 seconds left on the memory card. Love you guys. Stay equipped, stay prepared. See you out there.